So this week I had a lesson with Jeff. What was he struggling with? Contact and distance. I'm going to tell you what I did because I know it can help you play some better golf also. I'm PGA teaching professional Todd Kolb, Director of Instruction for US Golf TV. And one of the most fun things about what we do here at US Golf TV is we actually get to interact with our students, whether it be online or in person or however we do it. And so Jeff came in all the way from Michigan. It's a pretty cool experience. He had the Maxford driver in his bag, but the real purpose of our lesson was to improve his contact and give him some more distance. So I gave him two things that I think can also help you play some better golf. So let's dive right into it. Now, the first thing that we talked about to help him with his contact was ball position. And I mean, it's almost so basic that I don't even feel like I should have to probably say it, but I gotta be honest, a lot of golfers, myself at times, we just forget to check the basics of ball position. So I've got this new alignment rod here. We developed these at VLS Golf. You can get them on our website and things, but they're really cool because you can actually bend them and turn them. We got all types of great drills with putting, chipping, driver that we can do with it. But for right now, we're gonna use it just as a standard alignment rod. So what I'm gonna do, all right, is I'm just gonna put the alignment rod down so it's nice and square, or face on to like the camera view right here, what we call the caddy view. And I'm just gonna put the ball straight out from that. Now, anytime that you're hitting a lot of golf balls and working on your golf swing on the range, you should always get an alignment rod out, whether you're working on ball position, aim, things like that. So to find the right ball position, this is what Jeff and I did, because he had the ball a little too far forward. I said, all right, Jeff, put your feet together. I got the alignment rod out. I put his feet like that. I said, put the feet together, get the club face squared up. And because we're hitting like a 6-iron or 7-iron, I want you to take a step towards the target and then basically an equal step away from the target. So he had the ball way too far forward here. And as the ball is forward, what happens is the bottom of the swing is backwards. Let me go ahead and hit a shot. So the ball's way forward. Okay, he's making good swings, but the bottom of his swing is too far back relative to where the ball is at. So tip number one is, if you're struggling with contact, is, hey, let's fix the most obvious. Let's make sure that the ball is in the correct spot. How are we gonna do that? I got my alignment rod out. I got my feet together, little step. Now the ball's basically more in the middle of my stance, kind of between the logo, typically on a golf shirt, and the button. So that's tip number one. Now, tip number two, I mean, man, he gave us some more distance like that. It was pretty cool to see. Even for a guy from Michigan, man, he was surprised how well he was hitting them, because what we did is we worked on the club face. All right, and so what I had him do is, I've got my glove on right here. This one I actually picked up when I was down in Phoenix at Talking Stick, great resort, by the way. All right, when Nick and I were down there one time shooting some video. But as you're set in there, he was taking the club and he was rotating it way open like this. Everybody see that? So he was taking the 7-iron, and in the first 2 or 3 feet of the golf swing, he's turning it into like a pitching wedge. And even when he hit one solid, well, it looked like this, okay? It'd roll really big, okay? Even if he hit it solid, like that was, I would call that relatively solid, but it was high, it was weak, no divot, right? You've probably seen that shot. So what I did is I said, hey, I just want you to take the logo. He happened to have a FootJoy glove on. And I said, just rotate that FootJoy down towards the ground. Let me go ahead and demonstrate it for you here. All right, here we go. I'm set in there. And I just said, hey, rotate that down towards the ground. Everybody see that? Now that gets the club face in a definitely more good position, clean position, whatever you want to call it, versus there. So here we go. So I'd set in, got the right ball position, rotate it down right there. Now, I told them early on, I said, hey, you're probably going to hit a couple hooks, because the club went from this position to that position, which happened. So when you do this at home, don't be surprised if you hit a couple hooks early on. That's a sign of progress, actually. So here we go. Need a good spot. Boom, FootJoy to the ground, logo to the ground. Let me go and hit one. All right, that was definitely better. Picked it just a tad, but longer, straighter, definitely had some more zip on it. All right, now, the third thing that we talked about, and if you haven't done this already, hit that subscribe button. Let us know where you're from. We love hearing from you. All right, we love hearing from you. Check out The Bad Lie, the book. That's where we cover all this stuff. VLS Golf, we got all of our training products on there, all those types of stuff. And we're just here to help you play better golf. That's all we're trying to do. So, all right, the third thing I gave him, and this would be good. I'd be curious to hear this in the comments. Who do you think one of the greatest golfers of all time is? I said, hey, it's Arnold Palmer. I don't know if he won the most tournaments. I know he didn't win the most majors, but man, for those of us who are experienced, Arnie was kind of the guy. I mean, he had his own airplane, he had his own company, right? I don't know, just curiosity, what did you think about Arnold Palmer? I thought he was a pretty cool guy, but one of the things that was very unique about his golf swing was his finish. And so I said, hey, let's do the Arnold Palmer finish. What is the Arnold Palmer finish, as I like to call it? The Arnold Palmer finish is when we finish, the hands are out and away from us. And we all remember those fabulous drives and those shots that Arnie would hit. He just kind of slash it, just strong. He would just, whoosh, and he was up here and it was waggling around like that, okay? Jeff was doing the opposite. He was what I call alligator arm finish. He was right here. So his looked like this. He was here, boom, and it was right here in the finish. See that? That's not Arnold Palmer. So I said, hey, let's do a little three-setter. Give me the Arnie finish. So here we go. So it's like, boom, away. There's one, there's two, there's three. So let's tie it all together. Here we go. We're improving contact and we're getting more distance. All right, number one, let's get the ball in the right spot, get an alignment route out. Anybody can do that, okay? Number two, all right, let's get the logo rotating down. Let's get control of that club face. And I'm gonna give it the old Arnold Palmer finish. Nick and I, we don't have our own airplane. Nick, do we got, no, thumbs down. We don't have our own airplane yet. All right, but we're gonna give it the Arnie Palmer finish. Here we go. Oh yeah, all day long. Now that we got you hitting the golf ball more solid, check out my next video. And if you wanna personally work with us and my team on your golf game, check out VLScoaching.com.